Hey you guys, Epic here, doing another tutorial for you guys on, I think it's called the Macaco Full Twist. I have no idea, but I'm just going to call it the Macaco Full Twist because that's pretty much what it is to me. I do a little bit more of a cartwheel full twist. I kind of look to spot before I actually spin, but there's other ways you guys can do this, but the overall movement is pretty much the same thing. It's whatever you guys are comfortable with. So what it looks like is here, you're on the obstacle, you're like in a squat, put your hand behind you, you can either go straight backwards, or you can do what I do where you kind of go over to the side like a cartwheel. So to do it, you go here, and then you wrap and twist. That's pretty much what it is. Very fun, very fun, and it's a lot easier than most people have thought, at least the people that I've taught. So let's get to it. Okay, so doing this movement is pretty much, the progressions are very simple. First things first is get a basic understanding of a macaco. If you can't do a macaco, do a cartwheel. Then learn to do it off of a ledge. So for starters, you got step one, which is here. And step two is, okay, so we'll just kind of jump off, all right? And then you just kind of do that more and more, and then start with your knees facing one way to the side, or whichever way you're comfortable with, and then little by little, have them facing outwards. That way you do the same thing. And you can use your hand placement. It's really up to you guys. Everybody has their own kind of different way. I like to do it this way. That way, by the time I twist, I'm already pivoting. So by the time my hand kind of gets used to like where it's not going to turn anymore, that's when I let go and wrap. So I'm going here and push off like that. And just start with that progression. Work your way up to it. Start very small. Bring yourself higher and higher. More vertical, more vertical. Get comfortable with that one. I can only tell you guys what to do on that one. I mean, I could obviously just go through and go at different angles, but really you guys need to drill that yourself. That's your homework. That's your job as far as learning this move. Once that bit gets easy, once you can be on the obstacle, just pop over and push off with ease, then you're ready for the next step. The wrapping part is very simple. All you need to think about is punch the armpit. Don't punch the shoulder. You don't want to punch up and wrap. You want to punch under the armpit, because that's what's going to get you that twisting motion, because this hand is already busy. If you're this way and you punch that way, it's going to go against where your arm is. If you go this way, here, it's easy for your arm to kind of let go and assist that wrap. What you want to focus on a lot is when you're doing that basic motion, when you're doing the actual pop off, watch how I pop off of my hand, kind of push off of it, like that, and it kind of gives you that very little bit of hang time. You really want to get used to doing that, because that is when you're going to do the whole wrapping situation, or the whole wrapping motion. So let me do an actual one where I wrap, slow motion for you guys. Pay attention to a little bit of detail. Foot placement is very important to this. The direction of the knees is a little bit important. Where I send my hips is important, and the structure, how my shoulders and hips are aligned, is also important, because that's going to play a big role in this. But also watch the timing on when I wrap, and watch how I wrap. I'm going to do a couple slow motions so you guys can kind of really get a chance to go back and forth and watch it. So here we go. So, there you have it. You got the macaco and the wrapping part. Now again, it's going to be challenging to walk you guys through this whole twisting motion, so I'm going to start with one half twist and then work your way up to it. So, like I said before, you're used to actually going straight over and finishing, facing the same way you started. Like a backflip or back handspring, or like what it is, a macaco. So, start on your obstacle and just kind of go over after you push. Don't do it before you push. Push off first, and then turn. So watch closely here, push off, and then you're gonna face the other way. So as you push off, just turn the hips, shoulders a little bit, but your hips, because your legs are kind of gonna be laying first, we're gonna kind of lead with those, but try and keep your shoulders aligned with your hips. Try and keep that good structure. Again. And just drill that over and over and over. Once that bit gets easy, this is what I do. Everybody has their own way of doing this, but this is how I do it. Once I'm flipping over and I see that ground, I push and wrap. Same time. Push and wrap. I wouldn't say same time, more like a push and then a wrap, but you get the idea. So I'm gonna do a couple of that, and I want you guys to watch closely. on timing of the wrap and how I wrap, and then also look for my face and how I look for the ground after I do the wrapping part, so you can see how I control the landing. Again. Alright? That's pretty much the gist of how the tutorial is. Anything other than that, really drill and practice on your own. Walk yourself through progressions that, like the ones that I showed you. If you have your own progressions, throw them in there so other people can kind of see as well. Really just kind of walk yourself through the basics and work your way up step by step, because that's how you're going to master this much faster. Don't just rush it and toss your body around and expect to land it. You have to control your body. Train smart, perform safe. I'm going to do a few more for you guys from different angles. Enjoy this. Slow motion little face here. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'm Epic, and this is a tutorial on the Macaco Full Twist. Thanks for watching, and stay positive.